Welcome back. This deck revolves around several recruiter monsters that can flow into one another and fan out into different routes of monsters of a certain type or attribute. For example, if we start out with, say, the Earth attribute recruiter Giant Rat, we have the option to float either into another copy of itself, into the Earth attribute zombie type recruiter Premature Turtle, or into the insect type recruiter Howling Insect. With Premature Turtle, we can float into another copy of itself, or into Vampire Lord, Ryu Kokki, or Spirit Reaper. With Howling Insect, we may float into the Wind attribute recruiter Flying Kamakiri number 1, with which we can float into again another copy of itself, or into Twin-Headed Behemoth, or into Armed Dragon LV3. The latter can also be floated into with the Dragon-type recruiter Mask Dragon, that can additionally float into another copy of itself, or again into Twin-Headed Behemoth. Mask Dragon, in effect, can also be searched for with a fire attribute floater UFO Turtle. Armed Dragon level 3 can float during our standby phase into Armed Dragon level 5. Last up for our recruiter lineup is the Dark Recruiter Mystic Tomato, that can search us either the already mentioned Dark Zombie Spirit Reaper, or in this deck the almighty Sangan, who can access any one of our recruiter monsters we want to access. The strongest choice for our search with Sangan has to be Giant Rat, because it offers the most options for us being able to access all monsters directly or indirectly through other mediating floaters, other than Mystic Tomato and Mask Dragon and UFO Turtle respectively. All of the earlier mentioned monsters form more or less a cycle or loop. One could argue a recruiter flow, from which this deck derives its name from. Meaning we are very unlikely to run out of monsters unless the cycle or loop is interrupted by a hostile Exile Force, Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, Ring of Destruction, Tribe Affecting Virus, or any other imaginable kind of disruption that threatens our monster flow. The win strategy is simply to out-resource the opponent and to beat down the opponent with Armed Dragon level 5, Vampire Lord, or Ryu Kokki, all of which can also be properly tribute summoned with the help of Twin-Headed Behemoth, Spirit Reaper, or any of our recruiters. With so many floaters at our disposal, we don't mind the inclusion of Cyberchar to flood the board with more of their kind. Obviously, a strong argument can be made to search Cyberchar with Sangan. Moreover, Creature Swap will always be live to hand over one of our own recruiters in exchange for a free opposing monster. The recruiter can be run over and will present us with another option, as the monster the recruiter flows into will appear on our side of the field, because the recruiter always triggers in its respective owner's grave. Unfortunately, Creature Swap is limited to 2 copies in gold format. Last Will is also always viable, as we simply can Suicide Ram one of our recruiters into the opponent's monster lineup, getting off both effects, that of the recruiter, and since the recruiter dies in battle, of Last Will, spamming the board with another monster with 1500 or less attack. Multiple copies of Last Will stack, meaning we get to special summon as many monsters up to the number of copies of Last Will played during that very same turn. Next up is the Trinity, Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, and Delinquent Duo, Mystical Space Typhoon, Heavy Storm, Premature Burial, and Snatch Steal, as well as Mirror Force and Ring of Destruction round off this build. That's it for the stake profile. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, your retro expert signing out.